Hola pecadores, soy el padre Antonio. ¿Por qué voy vestido así? Porque hoy os presento a Kpopp, que es una youtuber americana que tiene una serie divertidísima en la que se viste de monja, la hermana Ivana, y bueno, hace un montón de cosas, ahora lo veréis, entonces he decidido para estar a la altura vestirme así. ¿De qué va este vídeo? Pues este vídeo es un dual con ella, con Kpopp, una youtuber, como digo, que me encanta, hace mucho tiempo que quería hacer un dual con ella y por fin lo he conseguido. Lo que vais a escuchar a continuación es el audio de la charla que tuvimos, subtitulado en español para que podáis seguirlo. Vais a escucharme hablar en inglés, ¡oh Dios mío! Y bueno, vais a ver también vídeos de ella, todo lo que veáis de fondo son vídeos de su canal que me ha dado permiso para ponerlo, así que espero que lo disfrutéis, creo que dice cosas interesantes, es un poco largo, pero yo creo que vale la pena. Así que portaros bien o Dios os castigará, que tengáis un feliz 2012.
Hi Kelly, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm very, very happy to have you here because I'm a very big fan.
Thank you.
Yeah, not so many people knows you and your channel, so maybe you can just let us know or let my fans know who you are and why are you so funny.
Well, yeah, I just play a bunch of different video games, mostly Call of Duty. That's what I'm mainly known for. But I do other games too, and I like to have fun with video games. I have tip videos, but very few and far in between. I more like to have fun with video gaming, and one of my series that you were talking to me about was I have a nun series where I dress up as a nun and I act like a nun when I play the game, and I just talk to people with microphones who are playing, and they have some interesting responses. So that's something I do. I do things like that. And actually, I wanted to talk to you about this because you asked me to come to your channel, and I started looking around all these Spanish commentators' channels, and there's a whole nother community separate from the American, Canadian, English community. I noticed, and I was like, wow, this is a huge community I had no idea about.
Yeah, and we are beyond the Spanish frontiers or the Spanish borders, because all the Mexican and Colombian and Argentinian, all the Spanish speakers around the world, they are in our community. So it's a big one.
Yeah, like ours is the English-speaking community, you have the Spanish-speaking community.
Do you speak any Spanish?
I do not. I chose to learn French.
Oh,
so
bad
I
choice.
speak French, but yeah, it was a very bad choice. I have so many friends who speak Spanish, and I'm lost when they're speaking Spanish, but I know a little bit here and now and then.
Yeah, but French is sexier though, isn't it?
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's what they say. Well, you were talking about the nun series, but you are mostly known for the Booster Cheetahs Oh My series, which was your big hit, or first big hit, and then came the hot sauce challenge and all the challenges after that, in which you took some hot sauce or whatever crazy thing every time you kill or get killed. Is it your big hit so far?
Yeah, well, yeah, there was the Boosters, Campers, and Cheater series, which a lot of people found me through that.
Yeah.
But then the hot sauce video is interesting because I went to a few gaming conventions, and I'd have people come up to me and they'd be like, oh, you're the hot sauce girl. And I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Doesn't sound very nice, the hot sauce girl.
Yeah, the hot sauce girl. It sounds weird.
Yeah. But what I like the most about your channel, okay, you started with the Boosters and Chinas, very funny. But what I like the most is it looks like you don't care about what people want. And let me explain it. You just want to have fun. And if you have to do, I don't know, 100 videos about L.A. Noire, you do it because you have fun with it. I mean, that's the feeling that I have, and that's what I love about your channel, even if you have less visits or whatever. Do you really enjoy doing that?
No, yeah, I do. I actually, I do a lot of videos where, video games where they don't get as many views as Call of Duty, but because I like to do them, I upload them. So whoever, watches them. It doesn't get as many views, but I enjoy watching them. I'll go back every now and then and watch one of my videos and be like, what was I thinking? That was funny though. But yeah, for the most part, I enjoy most of the videos I make. Every now and then I'll have one where I just do it just to do it, because people are asking, even though I don't want to do it. I try to please my subscribers every once in a while, but for the most part, I do what I want to do, and they enjoy it anyways because they can tell that I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, and that's what I always say. You have to be your biggest fan, and you have to really love your videos. And I do, and I'm sure that you do.
No, I completely agree with you. And there's so many kids starting out now who they they don't get it. They kind of see it like as a way to make money
Yeah.
or kind of get attention, and it's like, no, you should be doing it for fun. They don't get that.
You were talking about fame, which is really weird. I've been recognized sometimes in Spain, and it's very weird. I mean, we are not famous, but you are becoming more and more famous because you are a girl, and there are not so many girls. So that, I think, that gets you more in the spotlight, I guess. I don't know if you feel very weird being recognized, even in a game con or whatever.
Yeah, it can be weird sometimes. No, I've had people come up to me and ask for pictures and autographs, and I'm like, oh wow, this is so weird. I mean, I do it. I'm glad to do that for them, but it's strange for me, and it's something I guess should get used to if it's gonna happen. But yeah, it always happens at gaming conventions. I haven't had anyone. No, I have had someone recognize me at going to class. I had someone in one of my classes turn to me and go, "Are you Kpopp from YouTube?" That was that was funny.
But you have, I mean, you're so intense. You have 500 videos, and that's a lot. How do you find time?
Oh wow, yeah. I had a lot of time in the summer. Well, kind of. During the summer, I just made videos like crazy. That's probably where a lot of those 500 came from. But yeah, now with school, it's a lot more difficult. So I have classes Wednesday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And on the weekends, I'm making videos like crazy, trying to get that done. And that's kind of my life right now.
Yeah.
But it's helping me pay for school, which is the good part. So I'm happy to do it. It's fun to play video games and pay for school, and just eventually I'll be done with school in spring and I can have fun. And be free.
That's one of the questions, because in Spain the partnership is just growing right now, and there was a little bit of a controversy about if we should be amateur, if it's good to earn money for doing videos, whatever. Okay, so you have a partnership with Machinima, and you are making money of that. Do you think that changes anything, or do you think about the money when you do the videos? Maybe you are not in the mood for making a video, but said, okay, I have to do it because of the money. Does it change anything, or you think it's just an addition to your hobby?
I think it's just an addition to my hobby. I know for some people it definitely changed it, and there'll be times where I'll kind of procrastinate making a video because it's, I don't know, maybe sometimes it feels like a job. But for the most part, I have fun. I'd say 95% of the time I'm very much having fun, and there's very few times where I'm like, oh, I don't want to make that video, but I guess I'll do it because Machinima wants me to, or this or that. So that's pretty much it. It doesn't change it for me, but I know it does for some people.
I had some problems because I made a kind of sex reference about a bukkake, or I don't know how do you pronounce it, in a video, and okay, all the 15 or 14 or 13 years old said, what's that? And then go to Wikipedia and said, that's gross. And okay, you talk a lot about sex in your videos, sex reference, dicks, boobs, everything.
Yeah.
Have you been in trouble for that? How do you manage that?
I've had a few kids message me saying they got grounded from watching my videos. I haven't gotten in trouble for anything except for one video I did get flagged, but it was an LA Noire video, and there was nudity in it. And a bunch of my subscribers have told me, oh, you don't need to blur out the nudity. It's not in a sexual way. But you do need to blur out the video. And that's the only time I've gotten in trouble. For the most part, my subs they're pretty open, I'd say.
Yeah, because if they like you, that's because they like the way you do things, no? So
exactly, yeah.
And I have another question, because you say that the cheaters and boosters were your first step in the community, or the biggest step. Do you miss them because of the theater mode and the report in Black Ops and now in Modern Warfare 3? Do you miss them? Be honest.
Oh, yeah, no, I do. I actually, even before I started making the videos, I don't know, I had fun just... It seemed like another game type to me to kind of hunt them. So I do kind of miss that a little bit. I know people will still boost. They boosted in Black Ops a lot, but I never really went for it. It was a little bit more complicated. We'll see what I can do in Modern Warfare 3 or what happens.
I really enjoyed that series. It was a lot of work. That's what it seems about the editing and everything. But it was worth it. I mean, at least for the fans.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun editing it. The only thing I didn't like, that might be one of the things that seems like a job, was putting the subtitles to those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked, but it was always worth it in the end.
Another question is about being a girl. Okay, it's kind of a cliche, but do you think it helps to be the only or the most famous or one of the famous girls in YouTube or in the COD community, or on the other side, is it harder for you? Do you think it matters at all? Or
I think there's definitely two sides to it. There is a lot of time. I don't see a lot of huge girls with a lot of subscribers. And I think a lot of times that is because people don't trust maybe women to make gameplay or give you information about war games. But then on the other hand, there are people who will sub just because you are a girl.
Yeah.
But I do see that a lot of the girls who play off the girl thing really hard, they they show a little skin in their videos. They don't do too well in the gaming community.
Yeah.
So I guess you have to just kind of act normal, not really throw out your gender, and people will like you, and I think that's what I did right.
Yeah, but I have a question, because do you know how many, what's the percentage of women that see your videos? Because mine is 4%.
Yours is 4. Mine is about 10%, maybe 12%.
Oh, that's good.
On my non-COD videos, I noticed that I have a lot more female viewers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And for those who didn't know, you beat or you defeated Mr. Fantasmo in the commentators contest, and you got a lot of hate. And it wasn't your fault. I mean, you did nothing wrong. But how did you manage that? How do you remember that? How did it feel?
It was so annoying. It was during my junior or third year of university, and that's one of the hardest years. And so I was dealing with school, and then I just had all these people attacking my channel, and really for no reason. They didn't even look at my videos. They just saw that I had beat Mr. Phantasmo, and even before I had beat him in this competition, they were attacking my channel. He has very, very intense fans that don't want to see him lose, and they blame whoever he lost to. So whatever. After a while, I just kind of looked at their silly messages to me, and I was like, wow, this is just ridiculous. There's no way I can get upset about this. And I made a video about it, and it was actually a really successful video. People found it really funny because I read one of the messages that they had sent me.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember another one about girls porn. That was crazy. You have a crazy fans.
Yeah, I got that interesting message about because I'm a straight female. He thought that was weird that I should like women as well. Whatever.
People are very crazy. That's and I don't know if a lot of people know it, but you do this improv videos or improv videos with theater mode, do you call it, or theater? I don't know. In my diction,
it was Black Ops Theater. We do improv things. Yes,
improv. Yeah, you are a very good actress. Have you ever think about becoming an actress, or maybe a radio actress, or?
Oh, when I was a little kid, I thought that would be really cool. And I remember in junior high, I took an acting class, and I did some improv contests, which I won. But I haven't thought much about it since then. Whatever happens, happens. We'll see.
And what about White Boy and all these rumors and everyone talking about they saw you with him and always asking about if you are a couple or something? How do you handle that?
Oh, it's funny. I remember someone sent me on Twitter, a fan sent me a picture on Twitter. It was kind of like a paparazzi photo where I didn't know it was being taken, and it was me and a white boy.
Yeah.
And and they sent something like, what's going on here? And they kind of just spread it around, whatever. Yeah. And I thought that was funny. It didn't bother me. It was a little weird, definitely, the picture being out there. But it's never really bothered me too much. The only time it'll bother me is when I make what I think is a good commentary, and the comments are more about my personal life rather than the actual video topic. Yeah. And that can be annoying sometimes, but for the most part, it doesn't bother me too much.
Do you know people knows about you or tries to find things about you or where you are or follow you or stalk you or whatever? Have you ever been in that position?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people try and find out where I live.
Oh.
what school I go to, silly things like that. And I know some YouTubers have had their phone numbers found out. And so I hope that doesn't happen to me, but who knows? People are kind of crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I like the way FPS Russia handles it. This is where I live. Come if you want, but if you put one foot on my garden, then I'll shoot you. You are a dead man.
I've been to his house. He's one of my good friends.
Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah.
there's just guns everywhere. It's very funny.
So you don't recommend anyone to go there if it's
No,
not
you'll
invited.
get shot unless you're invited.
Okay, Kelly, it was short, but it was time enough to know a little bit about you. I tell all of my subs to come visit your channel, even if they don't know if they don't speak English, because see you dressed like a nun and with the sword, and I don't know, it's really weird. I love it. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for finding time for me, and and I hope that the Spanish commentators community can grow, I don't know, half the size that the American one is. And
Yeah, I hope so.
So thank you very much, Kelly. It was a pleasure to be here, to have you here.
Thank you for having me. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, thank you, bye.
Bye.